Oh, hey there. Uh, you look like you're new around here. First time at the cafe? Yeah, I thought so. You kind of gave off that, deer in the headlights stare at the books. I was worried the story was carrying something totally traumatizing. Well, some of the manga here can get weirdly dark, but most of it's pretty harmless. This place has been a bit of a hidden gem, but it carries more than what other niche bookshops have in terms of manga. It's got a cozy vibe one can't resist, you know? Plus, they make some of the best coffee in town, in my opinion. Oh, sorry, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Roy, and you are? It's a pleasure to meet you. Since this is your first time at the cafe, I gotta ask, are you new to town or just never had the chance to come here before? Hey, no kidding. You moved here recently? Well, welcome to our corner of the country. Anything in particular you're looking for? As you can tell, this place has both manga and coffee, so you can literally have both if you want. Plenty of seats to lounge on and just read all day. Oh, yeah. There are some here in the front area, and there are tons more deeper into the store. I get it. It can still be a little overwhelming when you first come in. There's so much to choose from. You could spend hours just picking the right manga. And that's not even talking about the coffee. What kind of coffee does this place serve? Huh. Whew. Well, they've got a bunch of different blends and specialties here. Hot, cold, you name it. They probably make it. They have a specialty drink they named the Hokkaido Latte, which is pretty neat to sip on while reading something cozy. Oh, what is it? It's just a basic latte with espresso and specifically Hokkaido milk. It's imported straight from Japan. They add a little brown sugar, some cinnamon, and top it with a cloud of foam. It's like a little cloud in the cup. That said, if you want something a little bolder, they do have the typical dark roast fares. Oh, no. They don't do just coffee. They have water, tea, soda. They do focus on coffee, but they do know that not everyone drinks it. I think they even have some boba options. Yep, right there. They have a couple of boba options. Huh, must be new. Oh, food. Yeah, they got plenty of snacks and stuff to purchase too. It would be kind of limiting if that's all they cared to sell. One time, they actually made multiple cakes from that one popular movie, Kiki, and they were all bought within hours. Oh, yeah, everyone went crazy over it, so they sold out stupidly fast. From what I heard, though, they were delicious. And what do I recommend? Well, I'm quite a simple bunny man. A basic coffee with milk and a pastry is perfect for me. I order that, grab the next book from a serial I'm reading through, and just escape from the world for a while. Funny enough, I actually have a spot I sort of claim for myself nearby in case I need a little extra caffeine. Huh? Yeah, I come here quite often. I usually stop in and stay a while just to escape from work and stress, you know? If I'm not hitting the gym and sweating my stress away, usually getting immersed in a good story helps me relax. It's to the point where the baristas already have my order by the time I grab a book or two from the shelves. Yep, I know where everything is. It's all divided into sections and by alphabetical order. Are you looking for something in particular? Oh, romance, huh? Well, there are plenty of cereals here in that section. Come on, I'll show you where it is. Everyone who visits has been pretty good at returning the manga to their respective places, so it's pretty rare you'll ever see any of them out of place. That said, if the place doesn't have the cereal you're looking for, you can always recommend it to the owners. They're the ones running the coffee bar. Over here we have the action section. You know, the big flashy ones that get the funding to become anime just because they get high sales. It's only a playful jab at best. I'd like to think that every manga on these shelves deserves a chance at being animated, but business is business after all, and animators need to be paid fairly, so might as well focus on the ones that will sell and bring in the funding. And over here is the slice of life section. It's not really romance, but it's got some fun stories for those who aren't really looking for that. It's nice, you know? Kind of like looking into someone else's life for a while. I mean, the characters don't have superpowers or anything, but the stories are real, or at least feel so. You can really get attached to them. I'm glad you agree. And here we are, the romance section. There's plenty of IPs to choose from, and I believe everything here is completed or at least updated to the latest release. Well, I don't know if they have that cereal, at least not here. This place doesn't have, adult-only manga, if that makes sense. But there are similar titles, I think. Let me see. How about this one? It's about a man who becomes a god, per se, but has the worst luck imaginable. He eventually finds a mysterious man in red who kind of helps him through things. He hunts down ghosts and stuff, and they get together at the end. Well, yeah, I hope they do. I haven't finished the series yet. Why not? Well, I've been busy with this other series. See, I'm kind of a Power Rangers fan, and recently in Japan, they've been coming out with a lot of manga revolving around Sentai Rangers. Basically, Power Rangers, but Japanese, you know? So, I've been trying to keep up with the new releases. So far, what they've come up with has been pretty good, but I mean, if we're being honest here, Japan literally inspired the creation of Power Rangers, so it only makes sense that they'd handle the genre well. Yeah, there's a lot of history behind things like Sentai, Kamen Rider, and Power Rangers, but unless you're willing to sit through hours of me yapping about it, the point is, as a fan of the genre, I have to make sure I'm up to snuff with the newest iterations. The serial I'm reading through is fun, but I want to finish it first before coming back to the series here on the shelf. I'm glad you understand. Still, I do like romance stories. Some of them are odd, of course, but the majority of them are just like, it just makes you wish you had something like that, you know? It's funny. Some of them are really deep. Like, they explore how people change and grow through their relationships. It's, I guess it's kind of comforting to see how other people work things out. It's like a blueprint for understanding real-life relationships. This one, for example, it's about two people who seem totally different, but they complement each other in unexpected ways. One is so kind-hearted that she lets the world step all over her. The other's seen as a bully-type character and becomes her unwitting shield against everyone who takes advantage of her. They want what's best for each other, but they fight at the beginning of the relationship, only changing for the better as they talk and open up more to each other. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's a lot of struggle, but that's what makes it real, you know? The way they learn to communicate, how they support each other through challenges. Oh, did I like this one? Yeah, it was pretty nice. I think you'll like it too, but if you have a particular craving, I know there are plenty of stories here that'll satisfy whatever it is you're craving. Oh, you want to join me as you read? Yeah, sure, I don't mind. I'd love the company. Come on, I'll show you to my little corner of the cafe. It has a table too, so if you want to order anything with your reading, you'll have a place to put your food or drink. Looks like you're taking it all in. It's a bit overwhelming at first, right? So much manga, so many genres. You almost don't know where to start if you just walk in without a guide. Hey, no problem. Happy to help. Don't worry, you'll get the hang of it. I've been coming here for, well, quite a while. It's actually kind of wild to think about how much has changed. Oh yeah, it's changed quite a bit from when it started out. When I first came in, this place was just a tiny little nook. You'd have like maybe two other people in here, just sitting at their tables, reading, occasionally whispering about the latest volumes of the limited localized manga. It wasn't this bustling little hub of manga lovers that it is today, that's for sure. The owner, the older guy behind the counter, he used to work by himself, with his family rotating in and out for shifts. He'd be there all day, just behind the register, filling in orders for coffee and tea. Very quiet, very calm atmosphere. I really liked it, actually. You could almost forget you were in the city with how quiet it could get. Still like that sometimes, but now there's more people, more chatter, and a lot more variety, I guess. And here is my little corner of the place. Comfy, right? Right by the coffee bar, like I said. Yeah. I still remember the first time I came in. It was, what, 5 years ago? I came in with a few of my buddies from work. We were all into manga back then. Like, really into it, you know? We'd spend hours arguing about the latest chapters or series. The owner didn't even have a menu at the time, just a simple chalkboard on the wall with a few drinks. I remember being a little thrown off by how simple it was, but also kind of charmed by it, you know? There's something about how quiet it was. No distractions, no loud music blaring, just you and the manga and the sounds of your own thoughts. Of course, things changed after that. Slowly, at first. More people started coming in, maybe because of the word of mouth from regulars like me. It's funny, though. We'd all sit around the same tables, talk about the stuff we were reading. Some of us started making a tradition of coming here every week. You'd see the same faces, but each week it felt a little different. New people coming in, new faces to chat with, new recommendations. Some stayed, some left, but we all kind of became this little community. I think the best part was watching the place grow, though. The owner started adding more tables, and there were nights that'd just be packed with people reading, sipping on their drinks, and discussing manga as if it was their own little world. It was like, I don't know, a safe haven, you know? No one judged you for the manga you liked. You could just let go and enjoy the stories. Oh, yeah. It's really nice when those nights occur. They usually happen when a serial announces their final manga, so all the fans of that particular manga come around and celebrate or mourn its end. The owner makes a special menu for everyone, and everyone just enjoys time together. Honestly, the best thing about coming here is just the atmosphere. You can find so many kinds of people here. Some come for the classics, others are more interested in the newer series. There are even people who come in just to read a chapter of something random because a friend or family member told them to give it a try. Coming here, I've seen it all. There was a guy who came in here and fell asleep reading One Piece. Really? It was only the 5th volume, my guy. If you're snoring now, you'll never make it. Listen, I'm happy you decided to come here. You picked a pretty cool spot. And, I'm always here if you ever need a recommendation or just want to chat about manga. Everyone has their own tastes, but there's always something here that'll catch your eye. You want to read the ones I like? I mean, if you don't mind me talking your ear off about them as we get them and bring them back to the table, I wouldn't mind at all. I can even hand over this one I'm reading when I'm done with it if you want, though reading through 2 stories at once might get a little chaotic. Oh, and let you spend more time with me? You're really sweet. Let me at least buy us a couple of drinks before you flirt so cutely, okay? You're buying drinks. I. And that's why you asked what drink I recommended? Am I right? You don't have to answer that. If it's so, you're clever. I like that. I think spending time with you will be quite enjoyable.